and welcome back to another video. If you haven't watched my channel already, then you may not know that this background that I'm in at the moment is my story time background. The last story time I filmed, I forgot to film in here. I forgot this was a thing, but all the other story times I have filmed have been in this background. I'm actually stood in my bathroom right now because why not? I also have this hat on, which I wore on the first story time video that I made. I love this hat, but I never wear it out. I just feel like I have no occasion or anything to wear this to, so I just wear it in videos. So that is the vibe we're going for today. And this story I've wanted to tell for such a long time. I can't even tell you how long I've wanted to film this video for, because it's a very exciting story. So without further ado, this story is about the time I met James Corden. It's a very funny and interesting one, so please carry on watching and you can find out more. Okay, so this happened quite a while ago now. It was roughly, I think it was 2011. So that's 8 years ago this year, this summer. It was in August time. It was back before James Corden went over to America. He was still based in the UK. So, to start it all off, I was on my auntie's hen night. Now, I was only 12 at the time. I was nearly 13, but I was still 12 at the time. This hat is kind of, okay, let me pull it back up a little bit so I can actually see what I'm doing. So yeah, as I said, I was quite young at the time still, and it wasn't a proper hen night. We'd gone to this place called the Park Plaza, which is in Cardiff. I think there's quite a few of them around the UK, but this one we went to was in Cardiff, and we'd gone to for a spa day, and then we were just having dinner in the evening. There weren't that many of us, I'd say around 10 maybe of us, and yeah, we were just staying there for the day and the evening, and then going home then later on that evening. It was quite a chilled thing. It wasn't no one was drinking those or anything like that. Obviously I wasn't, because I was 12. So we were there having dinner, and actually first thing that happened was, before we'd even gone into the spa or anything, we were sat in the sofa part in the reception, and it was just me, my mum and my auntie, and we were sat there, and people were walking past, usual life, people walking past, and then this guy comes through the door with a pram and a lady next to him, and it was only James Corden, wasn't it? Now, at the time, I still am, I was a massive Gavin and Stacey fan, massive. At that age, I was just kind of getting into it, so at the time I was a big Gavin and Stacey fan. So he walked in with his child and his fiance, I think at the time, and I think my mouth just went, you just don't expect it, do you? You don't expect someone really famous walking, especially James Corden. Of all people, you would not expect James Corden. I don't really often see celebrities or bump into, some people bump into celebrities all the time, but I'm not one of those people. So as you can imagine, I was pretty excited. I was and he just stared at us, because clearly I was staring I was going, so didn't say hi or anything. It was just he obviously knew that I especially had recognized him, because I was so that happened, we were all excited, oh my god, James Corden's here, James Corden's here. Obviously we didn't know what he was here for, whether he was just here on holiday or whatever, we didn't know. So anyway, we'd gone to spa, had a nice time, and we were getting ready to go for dinner. Obviously it's in the same place, so we just got ready in the changing rooms and then headed down to dinner. So we had a few drinks first of all, and I think one of my auntie's friends said, oh my god, I think I just saw Ruth Jones. And it just clicked. I thought, oh my god, what if Ruth Jones and James Corden are here together? So we go in to have our food, we're walking towards the table, the gentleman's taking us towards the table. Oh my god, we are sat in the table in front of Ruth Jones, her husband, James Corden, his partner, and their child. Now, I was literally sat, so where I was sat, James Corden was literally sat like directly behind me. And I'm not joking, like, I mean directly behind me. And funny enough, there was a mirror that was up on like the left side of the wall. So if you looked in the mirror, you could see everyone behind you. So I like kept looking up in the mirror. And like they were having dinner too, and like they were sort of like on the same time pattern as us, so they were just having their dinner too, so you know they weren't like nearly finished or anything, like, so we were kind of going to be there at the same time. So clearly all of us on the table are like freaking out, you know, trying to have a nice time. Obviously we did, but at the same time we had this like thing of like, they are literally sat like right behind us. And like, this does not happen to me. Like, I remember like texting my friends at the time, also I was 12, I think I had like an LG phone, like a message over, you're never gonna guess who sat behind me. Now, obviously at the time, even though both of them were pretty famous at the time, obviously now James Corden is like so much more famous because, you know, he's gone off to America and obviously did the Late Late Show, all that kind of stuff. But, you know, at the time, they were kind of just well known for being Gavin and Stacey and obviously writing it and blah, blah, blah. So, you know, that's what they were famous for. So, throughout the night, you know, kept going on and on and on. And actually, because we were taking photos, obviously it was a hen night, you know, take photos, they were actually looking at us, like taking photos, like smiling and stuff. So like they were the ones looking at us, and I just thought, this is crazy. This is actually mental. So towards the end of our meal, we like nearly finished, and they had nearly finished as well. One of my auntie's friends went over to them and was like, I'm really sorry to bother you, but it is my friend's hen night. Would there be any possibility we could get a photo? So next thing I know, James and Ruth are coming over, and James kind of came over first. Now, I was sat next to my auntie. My auntie had like, I think like a sash on to say like bride to be, and I was her bridesmaid, so that's also why I was on the hen night. So I had like, I think a sash in bridesmaid. So like he shook her hand, because I was sat next to her as well, he shook my hand. So now I'm literally sat there. Now you can imagine 12-year-old me who loves Gavin and Stacey is literally sat there like, I think this is the only time I've been proper starstruck. Like, I was purely just sat there, like I think I said hi, and that was it. Like, I couldn't believe what was actually happening. So, obviously then Ruth came over, said hi to Ruth as well. Oh, can I also just say how lovely Ruth Jones is as well. Like, she is honestly so lovely, so down to earth. Both of them are so down to earth. And we were having like a proper chat with them. It was actually the time when the London riots were on, so we were like, it was literally like that day. So we were like talking about how horrible that was, that kind of thing. And they had actually just finished filming that day for the last episode of the first series of Stella, which is, I also love Stella. Obviously at the time we didn't know that was going to be a thing because it's not aired yet. So they just finished filming the last episode that day, so that's why James was also in Cardiff, because he was in the last episode. So yeah, that is why they were together, that's why they're having dinner together with their families. And yeah, so we were having like a little conversation, and obviously because it was a hen night, I clearly remember James being like, oh, so where's the strippers then? And I think like we were just like, oh, we were hoping you would do it for us. Having some little jokes. When I look back at it, I just think, I can't believe this actually happened. So after we chatted for quite a while, we had a photo, which I will insert now, just so you know that I'm not actually lying. This did happen. Obviously I look a lot different in it because I am a lot younger, but it did actually happen, and it was one of the best nights of my life. Like, I still sit here sometimes and think, I can't actually believe this happened. Like, it was such a crazy experience, and obviously we didn't know then James would go on and become this massive star in America. But obviously at the time they were still very famous, but they were like, as I said, the most famous for being in Gavin and Stacey. So I was like, you can just imagine how excited I was. And after that night I just messaged like everyone I knew, like, you were never guess who I met. At the time I didn't have any social media or anything, so it wasn't like I'd post on social media or anything. But yeah, so that is the time I met James Corden and Ruth Jones, and it was literally like, I really honestly from the bottom of my heart, they are truly so lovely. They spent like 5-10 minutes with us just chatting, you know, we did chat about Gavin Stacey as well, and then we chatted about, at the time, like Ruth Jones had lost like so much weight, so we talked about that, and just saying, you know, just talking about random stuff, Cardiff, etc, etc. And yeah, so, you know, they did give us a lot of their time, and honestly they are, again, that's I keep saying, so down to earth. And you know, I don't know whether, say, James has changed now since becoming a bigger star, I don't know. I have heard of people who say that like when they've met him he hasn't been that nice, but I can truly say from the bottom of my heart he was lovely, and they made our night so much more special. So yeah, I've been wanting to tell the story for such a long time. Like whenever I meet people and they're like, tell me your crazy story, I'm like, I know which story I'm going to tell. So they always have it my sleeve. I think this is probably the best story I have. In my 20 years being on earth, I think this is the best story. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this story. Don't forget to give this video a massive thumbs up if you did. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you like anything like Gavin Stacey, Stella, that kind of thing, and how excited you would be if you met them, because as I said, I got to that excitement where like I couldn't do anything. I literally couldn't say anything. I just said hi and then like bye, and that was it. I was just like sat there like, this is actually happening. So yeah, also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Got through this whole video and at the end I can't speak. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also, if you haven't already, I do make weekly videos. Also let me know if you'd like some more story times, because I do have quite a few good stories up my sleeve. And I will see you all in next week's video. Lots of love. Bye. Mwah.